This is Midwinter Minis, my name's Guy, and you're about to witness one of the most ludicrous games of Warhammer 40k you've ever seen. An epic rematch between my absolutely monstrous Warlord Titan and my friend Steve's award-winning Imperial Knight army. The first matchup was designed to test if the Warlord Titan should be played in 2,000-point games, rather than being relegated to Apocalypse-sized games, but the Titan barely made it out of turn 2. A bit of a disappointment all round, really, so for this rematch we've made 4 small changes to make the game a bit more enjoyable for everyone. Number 1, the table is a tiny bit bigger. We added another 2 feet to the end of the table, so we are working on an 8x4. It kind of makes sense for everyone because everyone has long range weapons, and it'll probably just make a more enjoyable game. There is a little bit less terrain on the board, still enough to provide a little bit of line of sight cover, but basically for the Knights, they're going to be ignoring it for movement anyway, because that's the way their rules work. And honestly, the Warlord Titan probably isn't going to move at all. The third small change is we are not going to be bothering with objectives for this game. I don't think anyone really cares whether or not a Warlord Titan is going to be effective at an objective control game. Yeah, spoilers, it's not. But it might be pretty good at shooting things now, because after small change number 4, it now has carapace-mounted laser blasters instead of the Apocalypse missile launchers. Apart from that, basically, we are just going to be playing exactly the same game again, with the same lists again, and see if there's any change this time.
Hi again everyone, we're back here again. Nice replay for you. So for the list review, I've pretty much brought the same list as we did last time, so if you want some extra details, go back and have a little look at that video. But very quickly, we've got 3 big knights and 3 little knights. We've got the Castellan at the back. He's the warlord, he's got all of the guns. We've got the Lancer, who's really good at running forwards, doing a lot of stabbing. He's great off the charge. The real star of the show, or at least most of the time, is Canis Rex. Now, he is the only character model that you can get in Knights. The problem is that the gun is a bit of a casino cannon. It can sometimes hit really well, it can sometimes not. And then we've got those little guys. We've got the armigers at the front. They're all the same. They're Warglaives. They've got a thermal lance and a chain reaper. They're really good when it gets up close, but they've got to get there first. And then, just because some of the points have moved about since we played last, I've just thrown in some Voidsmen. Although, I'm not sure what 4 las guns and a rotary cannon and maybe a shotgun is going to do against a Titan. They're here for a good time, not a long time. Strategy-wise, I've got the Castellan sitting at the back, going to be launching as much firepower up the table as possible. Everything else is going to run forwards and hopefully pull off some really heroic charges. Just like before, we're still going to have a few shenanigans, but I think Guy might have learned from last time and he knows what's coming. Oh, and not to forget, we've got the Assassin. She's that sneaky, I almost forgot about her.
Okay, presenting the Warlord Titan 2,000 point list. It's Warlord Titan. It has a Sun Fury Plasma Annihilator. It has a Ariok Power Claw, which also has a little ranged weapon mounted on the back of it too. It has its big Titanic feet, which it can do some stomping with. It has some little ancillary weapons as well, las cannons and maulers hidden under its armor plates. But the big change from last time is that we've dropped the Apocalypse missile launchers in favor of the Carapace laser blasters. Way stronger, way higher damage, and more attuned to shooting at high toughness targets like Steve's army. If you watch the last game, you'll know it doesn't have much staying power against Steve's army, so really my only hope here is to start taking out models early to try and buy me some time so I can actually use my weapons more effectively over the course of the game. Stratagems aren't really part of my tactics here, because every single one I try to use on the Warlord Titan is going to cost me 4 times as many points as it normally would. But here we go, let's see how it goes. Well, we've already deployed. It's time to roll off to see who goes first. Good start.
Glad we're getting all of the high rolling done now. Right, here we go. Imperial Knights turn 1. It's the command phase. Everybody gets a CP. Everyone's going to advance, apart from the Castellan.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit freaked out by this thing being so close to the edge of the table when it's so tall and so well painted.
They're to be played with, just don't deliberately knock it off, alright?
Sure.
Right, well there we go. That's actually quite a decent movement up the table, looking a bit threatening. Now it's time to do some shooting, but because I've advanced, only one of the things that I've got is actually going to be able to do anything. But that's the Castellan. Quite a few of the weapons have only got a 48-inch range, which means, unfortunately, not everything is going to be fired right now. But the Lances still can go, and so can those shield-breaker missiles. Little bit of a mistake there, put the wrong weapons on. That's much better. Okay, so we're going to fire that Volcano Lance, and it's got a 72-inch range, D3 shots, That's fine. I'll take 3. Hitting on 3s. Oh, it's looking like it might be a repeat of last time. 3 shots, strength 18 versus 16. I'm wounding on 3s. But don't forget, I get one of those rerolls. Beautiful. Okay, so that's all of those. All hit, all wound, with that massive AP -5. After you, Guy.
Don't worry about it. I've got a 2+ save, but that obviously gets reduced massively. I'm going to be using my 5-up and vulnerable save. Okay, saved one. What damage do these do again?
D6 plus 8. Okay, that's a pretty decent start. That's 23 damage off.
The Titan has 100 wounds to start off with. Losing 23 takes me down to 77.
It does feel like every time Guy comes here, I bully him a little bit, and I feel I feel guilty. It doesn't last long, the guilt, but I feel guilty for a little bit. Time for the shield breaker missiles. Only 1 attack each, but I do have 2 of them. Hitting on 3s. Strength 12, anti-titanic 4+. We rolled a 6, which is those dev wounds, which means Guy doesn't even get to make a save. They just go straight through. D6 plus 1 wound. Really wish that damage roll would have done a bit better, but we've knocked him down by another 2. Unfortunately though, that's all my shooting done for now. Over to you, Guy.
Okay, Warlord Titan turn 1. I love starting the game at 3/4 strength. Command phase, we both get a command point, taking us both up to 2. There is nothing else I can do in the command phase, nothing that I want to do in the movement phase because I am staying still and letting them come to me. So straight on to the shooting phase. Okay, talking about target priority here, I feel like I need to do my best to delete that Castellan because it's going to cause me major pain from a distance. The other 2 big knights need to get a little bit closer to do their thing, so yeah, everything I have are the Castellan right now, starting with the Sun Fury Plasma Annihilator.
Unsurprisingly, I think I might spend a CP to rotate iron shields. That should give me a 4+ and make me a little bit more survivable.
I'm obviously going to be using the supercharged profile 2d6 plus 6 shots. Oh yeah, that'll be 16 shots. Hitting on 3s. 11 hit their mark. This is a record for the Sun Fury, and they are strength 12 against toughness 13, so wounding on 5s. That's over average, so that is 5 successful wounds there, and that is AP -3.
Okay, so we're going for 5 4-up saves because I rotated iron shields. Off we go. I'll take that.
Just fail 1. Bitch.
8 damage, but I do have some feel no pain, so I'm going to be looking for 6s. So that was 6 damage off of the 24, so that's 1 dice gone, 18 wounds remaining.
That was supercharged, so hazardous roll. Safe.
Let's see what those big bad lasers can do.
Come on, new weapons, don't let me down. 6 attacks each, both targeting the Castellan, hitting on 3s. Oh, I only missed with 2, so that is 10 hit, and they are strength 16. Wounding on 3s, yeah! Dropped 4 that time, so that is 6 wounding, and these are at -4 AP.
Oh yeah, we're back onto that 4+. I'm very glad that I rotated iron shields on this guy. Okay, look, I'm not cooking the dice, but wherever I bought these dice from, I endorse wholeheartedly. All but 1 saved, so how many damage is that?
D6 plus 3.
Looks like it's 9 Filner Pains. 2 saved, that's 7 wounds off. I'm pretty happy with that. He's survived.
Just want to double check that nothing I have is within 48 inches of that little armature that's up at the front. Yes. No! Just out!
Oh, so sad.
That is the end of my shooting phase. Obviously, no charging, no fight phase. That's the end of turn 1.
Right at the end of Guy's turn, I can do some shenanigans. Off comes the mysterious Guardian, the Lancer.
On to turn 2, and it's Steve's go, Imperial Knights.
Right, command phase. Everyone gets a CP. So the mysterious Guardian means I can lift the Lancer off, he disappears into the ether, and then drops back in 9 inches away, which does mean I've got a 9-inch charge, but it also means Guy's got something to do up close, and hopefully that'll take his attention away from the rest of the guys. And the last little shenanigan, we've got a Calidus dropping in, and she's going to drop in on the other side. Yes, that's right, I have just flanked a Warlord Titan with an assassin.
I've got a feeling I'm not going to get past turn 2 in this game.
Right, that's all the shenanigans done. Straight onto movement. Just like before, everyone's going to be running up the field as fast as they can. Right, that's all the movement done. Let's see if I'm in range to let off all of the weapons of that Castellan. Not quite, but we've still got that lance. Right, that Volcano Lance has done pretty average this time round, but it's still taken 10 wounds off, so I suppose we can't really complain too much.
10 more wounds down. That takes me down to 65.
Okay, and we're going to go with the Shield Breaker missile launcher again. 1 attack each. Shield Breaker missile launchers didn't do quite so well this time.
Saved with my invulnerable save.
Right, that's all the shooting done. Everyone else advanced, so nothing to do there. The Lancer has got some shooting weapons, but they're so weak, I'm not going to waste the time rolling it out. Just going to move on to the charging. First off, the Lancer. Okay, here we go. 9-inch charge, and...
That's not a 9. You need a 9 to successfully charge. You're going to command point that?
I'm going to command.
Yeah, I knew you would.
No!
Perfect. Perfect.
Right, onto the Assassin. And of course, the Assassin makes it. We've got 5 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Is that lethal hits?
Yeah!
Oh, Jesus.
That was 3 that went through. Each one of those is 2 damage. So, Guy, that's 6 to save.
Any AP?
-4.
What the hell? 5 up and vulnerable save, sure. Yeah, that's just 1 save, so 2 damage each, is it?
Yeah,
so
2
4
damage
damage taken from the Assassin. Ridiculous.
I'm all done. It's time for you to slap back, Guy.
Okay, so as funny as it would be to use the strike profile on the Ariok Power Claw and get strength 20 attacks, instead can use the sweep, so I get 12 attacks, hitting on 4s. Okay, decent. 7 hit there, and this is strength 12 against toughness 4, so wounding on 2s. Every single one! And that is -3 AP.
Okay, so that's 7 4-ups I need to make.
Okay, 3 wounds failed, and they are 8 damage each. That's 24 wounds off. How many wounds have you got?
4.
Take care of. Take care of.
I'm happy. She did some wounds. That's what she was there for. She did a thing.
Okay, well, that makes me happy. That makes me very happy indeed, because now that's the end of Steve's turn 2. It's the start of my turn 2, and now I am free to move a little should I want to. Everyone goes up 1 command point in the command phase. I'm on 4, Steve is now on 2. Okay, in my movement phase, I'm going to use 8 inches of my 10-inch movement to move slightly sideways and a little bit closer to that knight, just to make sure I can definitely pull off a charge when it comes time for the charge phase. Time for the shooting phase, I'm going to target the Castellan yet again with everything that is in range. The only thing that won't be in range is the Ardex Defense and Mauler, which I'm going to target at the closest armature. So let's do that first. 2 of those, 6 attacks each, 12 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Those little armatures are toughness 10.
Right, strength 6, so wounding on 5s. That's actually 4 that's gone through, -2 AP.
So I'm going to be saving on 5s.
Just 1 saved. Those are 2 damage each, so...
It's Feel No Pain's time. Okay, so that's 5 damage.
Okay, that's the light arms fire. Now, everything else going at the Castellan. Let's start with the Sun Fury.
As you can all probably guess, I am going to rotate ion shields on that. Oh, hang on. I've got a tactical decision to make here. I need 2 CP for my Lancer to be able to stand back up and punch Guy in the face with his lance. But also, I would like to rotate ion shields. We're going to hope that Guy rolls really badly on his 6 attacks, having to hit on 4s. So, the Lancer isn't going to get the opportunity to stand back up again. We are going to rotate on that Castellan, because I really would like him to survive with just 1 more round of shooting.
Okay, now Steve has decided he's rotating ion shields. Let's fire everything else I have at the Castellan, starting with the Sun Fury, Plasma Annihilator, Supercharge Profile, 2d6 plus 6 attacks.
Oh, Mikey!
Oh, my fucking jaw hurts for laughing so much. Okay, so that's the shots maxed out. 18 shots hitting on 3s. Oh, 13 on target. Okay, strength 12 against toughness 13, annoyingly, so wounding on 5s. That's 10 wounds. Yeah! 4 up and vulnerable saves.
Oh, I love these dice.
Yeah, laugh all you want. You still fail 2 and they're 8 damage each, so...
16 Feel No Pains, here we go.
Oh, 13 wounds inflicted. Take that Castellan off. Does it explode?
No explosions, it just falls over.
Supercharged again, so hazardous roll. It's all good. And also, if I didn't have such little faith in the Sun Fury to do anything, I might have declared some other weapons or other things, but you know, whatever. I'm happy with that.
Well, that's what happens. Like, sometimes you roll bad, sometimes you roll pretty decent. That was one hell of a round of shooting.
Yeah, and that's the shooting phase over. Time for the charge phase, and I am making my 1-inch charge against that Lancer. Okay, time for the Ariok Power Claw. It is a little bit of a toss-up between the strike and the sweep profile, because the strike is obviously way higher strength, way higher damage, but it's much more swingy because I only get 6 attacks hitting on 4s. Or I could use the sweep, 12 attacks hitting on 4s, way more likely to get a sort of more average roll, but it does less damage. All right, I'm going to err on the side of caution a little bit and use the sweep profile, so that'd be 12 attacks hitting on 4s. Oh, only 4 hit the target. So if that was only 6 attacks, that would have been really, really devastating if I'd rolled badly at the hit roll. So I'm just going to have to suck it up. Yep, 4 attacks hit, and that's strength 12, toughness 12, so needing 4s again. Made 2, failed 2. You know what? I'm going to use 4 command points to command reroll one of those. And yes, there we go. That's what we like. Minus 3 AP.
4 plus invulnerable. Okay, so that's 1 saved. Mustn't forget the feel no pains.
That is everything I have.
Oh, lovely. I get to slap you back.
No.
Right, we're going to hit you with the Cerastus Shock Lance on the strike mode. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. Strength 20 versus toughness 16.
Yes, I like that roll. I like that roll.
Oh no!
Do you get to reroll one of them?
Reroll one of those. No!
Wow!
Okay, well that could have gone better. That is AP minus 3 save for you there, guy.
Okay, so either way, that's a 5-up save.
Okay, at least we did something. That's 8 wounds.
Okay, another 8 wounds off from the Lancer takes me down to 53 wounds. Now it's time for Imperial Knights turn 3. Take it away, Steve.
Start of my turn 3. Everyone gets a CP. That brings me to 2 CP and Guy's up to 1. Okay, we're going to fall back with that Lancer. And we're going to try and fall back so far around the back of that building that Guy can't get his big fat feet round there. Hopefully that'll stop him charging me. The question here, people, is whether I should CP reroll an advance roll. Never done that before, but I really need him to be further up the table than 11 inches. I'm going to do it. Hey!
1 command point for 3 inches.
Yep. Right, that's all of the movement done. I've strategically run away with the Lancer, but because we advanced, we've got no shooting. So it's just an open shooting gallery for Guy now. This could get messy.
Wait, so it's my turn again. So that's your movement done. You've got no shooting because you advanced and fell back. You've got no charging to do because you can't. There's no ongoing fights. That is your turn done. It's Warlord Titan turn 3 already? And I've still got more than half my wounds? Okay, I mean, I'm not complaining. Command phase, everyone gets a command point, taking us both to 2. As tempting as it is to move forward in my movement phase, I'm actually going to move back as far as I possibly can to make Steve's charge distances as big as they possibly can be. I want to shoot as much stuff as possible before it gets to me. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all of my small arms fire, like the Defensor Maulers, Defensor Las Cannons, and the Ariok Power Claw against the Armiger. Hopefully that'll take it out. I'll use both of the laser blasters against the Lancer, and hopefully that'll at least bracket it, maybe hopefully take it out as well, leaving the Sun Fury Plasma Annihilator to target Canis Rex. That's what I'm going to do. Let's go. Starting with the small stuff at the Armiger. Las Cannon first, 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Failed one of them, and then this is strength 12 against toughness 10, so needing 3s. Oh god, it's going to be one of these, is it? Okay, time for the Ardex Defensor Maulers. 6 attacks each, so 12 shots altogether, hitting on 3s. Strength 6 against toughness 10, so winning on 5s.
That's not going to plan, is it?
That's just 1, AP minus 2.
So that is on my 5+.
2 damage.
Don't forget the Feel No Pains, and lovely. 1 damage.
6 wounds left. See if I can chip these off with the Ariok Power Claw. 20 attacks hitting on 3s with sustained hits 1. Okay, that's 5 saves to make. Only 2 of them. Feel no pains. Feel no pains. Woo! I only needed 1, but I got 2. There we go. He's got 2 wounds left. He's very bracketed, but he's still alive. That's the main point. That's all of the small arms fire shot off at the Armiger. Anyway, let's see if the laser blasters do a little bit better against the Lancer. 6 attacks each, so that's 12 in total, hitting on 3s. Nice, nice. That is 10 hit, only dropped 2 there, and now this is strength 16 against toughness 12. That means I'm wounding on 3s. Looks like I might be saying goodbye to the Lancer. 6 AP minus 4 saves to make, 4 plus invulnerable. Okay, so that's 3 saved, 3 failed. I could use my CP reroll
to try and save another one of those. I think that's what I've got to do. So we're going to try and save one more. Another 4+.
Yeah!
A 3 into a 3, everyone.
Okay, in each one of these successful wounds that has just gone through, you do a d6 plus 3 damage.
Oh no. 16. Okay, 16 feeling the pains.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. Okay.
Okay, right. That's the Lancer gone.
Finally, Sun Fury, Plasma Annihilator, supercharged yet again against Canis Rex. 2d6 plus 6 shots.
Unsurprisingly, Canis is going to rotate his ion shields with his special ability that costs him nothing for that. So, oh, you really hate to see it.
Okay, so that is 8 shots total, hitting on 3s. Under average again, that's only 4 hits. Strength 12 against toughness 12. Cool. Well, that is 4s needed now.
Mikey!
Cool. That's all wounded. AP -3, so you're on your 4 up invulnerable save.
Okay, here we go. 4 saves coming up. 3 will do.
8 damage though, so...
After the feel no pains, that's 7 wounds. I don't mind that. I can take that. That's good.
Supercharged, how does this roll? And we're good. Well. That's the end of my shooting phase, which means I survived turn 3. It's now Imperial Knights turn 4.
Everyone gets a CP. Not a whole lot of options here. So the closest Armiger's running up, but he's not going to advance. We're going to try and do a little charge, make that worthwhile. So we're probably going to save the CP for that. The other 2 Armigers are running up, advancing behind their mate. Canis, on the other hand, he is not advancing because he's just in range to be able to do some reasonable damage with his weaponry. And I've got a feeling that if he was to charge up closer, Guy is just going to focus in and put everything into him next turn. So he's not going to get the charge anyway. And for those little dudes just trudging along behind, once again, they're going to advance. They'll get there, I'm sure, maybe. Okay, so it's shooting time. We've got the Armiger. He's going to put his Melter Lance into the Warlord along... We'll have a go with those stubbers. I really could do with the extra wounds. Okay, Guy, that's 1 that's gone through. That's AP -4. And that will be d6 plus 4 damage. No!
Yes.
Oh, okay. That was that's 1 plus 4. Brilliant. 5.
Okay, down to 48 wounds. That's pretty good going for turn 4.
There's more to come. We've got the Questorus Heavy Stubber. Rapid fire 3, so that's 6 shots coming in at you. Hitting on 4s. That's 2 hit, looking for 6s, and... No. Okay, sure, fine. Because they advance, those other 2 Armigers are just going to have to stand there and do nothing. Right, though, now on to the proper guns. Time for Canis to shine.
The way you say Canis, you say Canis like anus.
We all have our flaws.
No, I like Anus Rex. It's good.
Anus Rex. No, that's good. If you let him get in close, he'll tear you a new one.
Oh, God.
Hey! We're going to hit you with the high intensity beams. That's D6 attacks. Okay, so that's 5. Oh, and we've got a 5 there. So that one is adding on to the sustains because he crits on 5. So that's 6. And it's strength 14 versus 16. 4 will do. So that's AP -3, damage 4.
And you say one of them. That's 3 gone through. 4 each, did you say?
4 each, so 12.
12 wounds off.
Oh, don't worry, there's more. We've got the Chainbreaker Multi-Laser coming up now. 4 attacks. Here we go. Okay, after all of that, we've got 1 through. It's got no AP though, so is that a 2+?
It's about 2+ armor save for the first time in the game. Oh, just about.
Okay, that is all of the shooting. Now it's time for the charging. Okay, right, we're going to charge and... Oh, come on. CP, here we go. Second one. Much better, a 7. We are definitely in. In with bells on. Enough to get out of the way of the next lot that come in, hopefully. So, we're going to strike with our Chain Cleaver. So that's 4 attacks, unfortunately, because we're bracketed. That's going to be hitting on 4s. Okay, even with some re-rolling shenanigans, absolutely nothing. That is a real shame. I've got a feeling that is all we've seen from that Armiger.
You know what? Given that both the strike and the sweep profile seem a little bit overkill to take the 2 wounds off this little Armiger, I'm going to use the feet. I'm going to give feet a chance.
That is an insult.
I'm literally going to step on him. So 6 attacks hitting on 4s. Yep, half of them went through as expected, and strength 12 against toughness 10, wounding on 3s. My hubris is coming back to haunt me. It's at -2.
Okay. I've still got a save. Oh!
Yes. You got Feel No Pains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 damage.
Live! Oh, no. Oh, my jeez, he explodes. That's all right. I'll take that. Right, okay, so we're Deadly Demise D3. Any unit within 6 inches. So I don't even think he gets me. It's just all you. Okay, 1 damage. Was that worth it, Guy?
Yes. All right, this feels like unknown territory. Warlord Titan turn 4, and I'm still not bracketed. Just 135 wounds. I bracket at 33. So while I still shoot an attack at full potency, I'm going to do the best I can. Command phase, everyone gets a command point. I am finally up to 4, meaning I can do something again. In the movement phase, there's obviously nowhere else to run. So time to face the music and start moving up so I can do a charge against something this turn. And in the shooting phase, I'm going to totally ignore the armature that's at my feet because I'm hopefully going to absolutely annihilate it with my big fists. And instead, I am going to use all my small arms fire. So that is the Mauler, las cannons, and Ariok power claw against the armature that's in the middle. And then use the laser blasters and the Sun Fury against Canis Rex.
Canis is going to rotate ion shields for that lovely 4+ save.
Let's go for the little armature that couldn't in the middle.
Rude.
Las cannons first, 2 of them hitting on 3s. Oh my god, these las cannons have done all ever. And if I didn't edit that bit out, I missed with 1 and then didn't wound with the other one. Cool story, yet again, las cannons. Okay, Ardex Defense Mauler hitting on 3s.
Oh, so sad, too bad.
Strength 6, so winning on 5s. AP -2.
Okay, so that's my 5. 2 save, 1 goes through. Lovely job. 1 Feel No Pain saves, that's just 1 wound.
Okay, Ariok Power Claw, 20 attacks, sustained hits 1, hitting on 3s. Strength 6, so wounding on 5s, and that's a few. AP -1.
So 7 4-up saves, here we go. 4 failed, 2 damage each, so 8 Feel No Pains. 1 saved, 7 wounds off, he lives!
A little bit disappointing. Kind of wanted him to be destroyed, but never mind. Everything else, so the 2 laser blasters and the Sun Fury at Canis Rex. Let's start with the Sun Fury. 2d6 plus 6 shots. Okay, I'm going to use my command reroll with 4 command points. Let's try that again.
You can't write this stuff.
1 extra shot. That's 11 shots total hitting on 3s. 12 versus 12, wounding on 4s. Yeah, that's just 3 going through. AP -3.
3 saves on the invuln, 4+. Peak efficiency. I love these dice. Oh, they're so good.
Right, laser blasters, your time to shine. You really need to. 2 weapons, 6 attacks each, hitting on 3s. That's not bad. I missed 4. Hit with 8. Strength 16.
Versus 12.
Yes. Only dropped 1. 7 wounds gone through at AP -4.
Oh, okay. 7 4+ saves. Right, that's 3 failed, but I do still have a CP. Okay, we're going to re-roll. Canis needs to live, and preferably unbracketed, but we'll see.
Every time. So now I'm rolling 3d6 and plussing 3 to each of these dice to get the damage.
This could be the end. Okay, 21 Feel No Pains. Exactly enough.
Oh!
Once again, Canis doesn't get there and use his fist. He's very upset about that.
Yet again, another disappointing Midwinter Minis battle report with no Canis fisting.
Remember, the pilot drops out of Canis Rex. He can keep going, but I think for this battle, we're not going to bother. He's not got any weaponry that's going to be able to touch you. He's just going to bow out and give his best wishes to the armature.
Bow wow out, am I right?
Oh!
Okay. You've still got the guys. Okay, that is the end of the shooting phase. Pretty decent. Annoyed I didn't get that other armature, but now it's time for the charge phase, and I am charging the armature that's right in my feet. Fight phase, prepare yourself, little armature. You are going to receive the full fist. Strike profile, 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. Okay, only dropped 2, so that's slightly over average so far, and this is strength 20 against toughness 10, so I'm only looking for 2s. That's 3 successfully wounded.
Okay, 3 5-up saves, here they come. 2 saved. Oh, 1 goes through. This is going to hurt.
24 damage.
Is it worth throwing 24 dice?
24 feel no pains. Do it right now.
That was quite a reasonable amount of sixes, but not enough.
Does he explode?
Oh, sad. Okay, that doesn't leave me with a whole lot.
Imperial Knights, turn 5.
Brilliant. Everyone gets a CP. It's armature straight forwards. We're going to get into a position to charge, do some shooting, but I think we are bracketed, so that's going to be a problem. And those valiant little dudes that have been running up the table for this entire time, they are going to stand and shoot and probably get vaporized in return. But let's see what a guard issue lasgun can do. Everything that armature's got at the Warlord, starting with the thermal spear. That's a melter 4, 2 attacks, but we are hitting on 4s. I will take that all day. Guy, you've got 2 saves to make. Right, that's both of those failed. Each one of those, because it's got melter 4, is 1d6 plus 4. So you're already taking 8. So let's see what we roll. 8 plus 8, 16. That's nice. Well done, little armature.
16 f***ing wounds. Yeah, so 16 wounds off. That means I'm not only bracketed, I'm down to 19 wounds. So it's getting a bit hairy for me right now.
Stubbers on that armature. Hitting on 4s, and we got 6 attacks. But we're only strength 4, so we're going to be looking for 6s. Of which we get 1. Okay, guy. So AP minus 1. Voidsman Rotor Cannon. 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. Okay, so after all of that, we do actually get 1 through. We've got a force guy onto a save. Yep, and there we go. 4 lasguns. These guys have rapid fire, but they are right at the edge of their range, so it's just going to be 1 attack each. We still got 1 through again. Just don't roll a 1.
Aww.
And that is all the shooting done. It's charging time. Right, we've made the charge. We're in. We're going to be using the chain cleaver on strike. So that's 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Really well on the hits. Unfortunately, on the wounds, we only managed to get 1 through, but it is AP minus 3. Oh, and it's through. Right, that's 3 damage.
I'm on 16 wounds now. I'm limping. I am bracketed. I'm only going to be hitting on 5s with any close combat weapon. So I'm going to use the sweep profile on the Ariok Power Claw because I'll get more attacks. 12 attacks, hitting on 5s. Actually rolled really well there. So that's 6 attacks made their mark. And now strength 12 against toughness 10. I'm going to be wounding on 3s. Only 3 of them, but I've got a feeling that might be enough. AP minus 3.
3 5-ups. Here they come. Not a 1. So what was that each, Guy?
That would be 8 for each fail.
I don't think I'm going to roll all of those.
Yes, you are.
24 feel no pains. Here they come.
Got to do it by the book. Ah, he died many times over, but does he explode?
Oh. Your turn.
I'm going to fast forward to the shooting phase, and I'm going to use a Stun Fury Plasma Annihilator against those little dudes. Any complaints?
A few, maybe.
Supercharged, naturally. 2d6 plus 6 shots.
That is not necessary.
All right, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 4s, thank you, Mr. Bracketed.
Yeah. Okay, that's 7 hit. That's only just enough to maybe kill them all. Winning on 2s. Oh, 6, exactly 6. And AP minus 3. Do you have a save?
I mean, I have a save. Not AP for minus 3, though.
8 damage each.
I think that they might be dead.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a Warlord Titan victory. Kind of fair and square for the first time ever. Apart from that game we played with the Gargant. But that was just made up rules. Yeah, I made it. I won a game. Oh my god. This is the first time I've ever won a game with the Warlord Titan in the 3 years I've owned it.
I mean, well done. It was good game. And this seems a lot more balanced than before. I mean, still, we're talking about a 2,000 point kind of fudged list there. Not for me, but for you, because if that's 3,500 points, you definitely wouldn't have been finishing that, even with the extra length of the board that we've done. But I do think 2,000 points, this thing actually works. It's not going to be the most competitive thing in the world. I mean, you're not going to be winning a lot of primaries and secondaries with it, but it is still feasible. It could work at 2,000 points. So 3,500 points, unnecessary. Drop it to 2,000 and have some fun.
Yeah, I think having the laser blasters made a big difference to having the Apocalypse missile launches. It just feels like they are the punchiest thing it has now, really.
It adds a lot more consistency to it. You know that if you focus those two onto one big thing, that big thing is probably leaving, or at least very close to leaving.
The Sun Fury is still, I think, a little bit underwhelming, but it performed way better in this game than it has in the previous games.
I like it for a big Titan weapon because it's kind of swingy. Like sometimes it does nothing, and then sometimes it's absolutely insane.
Massive thanks, as always, to Steve for being an incredible opponent. Don't forget to check out his channel here on YouTube, Little Plastic People, and over on Instagram if you want to see his amazing work in progress shots. And by the way, if you're wondering how I made the new laser blasters look so proud and perky when they were a little bit floppy in the build video, I just super glued the magnets together, and yeah, it worked pretty well. And if I need to change them again, I can just snap them off, easy peasy. Again, my name's Guy, this is Midwinter Minis. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.